Hello and welcome back to another Nocturne Knives video. Today we're going to be sharpening up this Spyderco Swish Bowie using the Edge Pro Apex. So this will just be a walkthrough of my process to do this. I'll give you some clips working through each stone, working up the progression, just give you an idea of what I do, maybe some tips if you sharpen using an Edge Pro as well. So first, we'll get that out of the way. I want it to be covering the top of the scales on each side, especially with a handle like this where it's this blasted titanium finish. It scratches really easily, so I don't want to leave scratches on the top portion of the handle there. All right, got good stiction. Just gonna take our X-Acto knife and cut right there, and then cut right there, and cut it off from the spine. And there we go. That should be enough of the blade covered to rest on the table. And the spine is covered, and then the top of each handle is protected right there. All right, I have my Edge Pro all set up. Now we're going to find our angle. I'm gonna zero it on the table here. Make sure that's zeroed. Put the knife on, and I have this slide guide, pretty sure that's what they call it. So it allows me to change how the blade is positioned. I'm gonna put it right here, put the stone on, and now measure the angle. I think we'll start with 18 degrees per side and to see how that looks. Right now there's 18 degrees, spot on. And now we're gonna put a little bit of water on our stone here, just like that. And before I start, I'm gonna Sharpie this edge really quick. I'm also gonna have some microscope video of this original factory edge. You'll see that in the top left corner. All right, we got our edge Sharpied. Now we'll be able to tell where we're removing our metal. And let's give it a little swipe. All right, this is really, really close. We'll see if you can tell. Can you see how we've gotten the bottom portion of the bevel, but there's still a little bit of Sharpie near the top of the bevel? That means our angle is too high. So we're gonna come in here. I think we'll go down to 17 degrees. That seems to be what this is sharpened at. I know Spyderco likes 17 degrees a lot of the time. All right, we have 17 degrees. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, I think that's the one. You can see here, we have just about all of the Sharpie removed. Alright, I'm just gonna work on setting most of the bevel on this first side, and then we'll flip it over and work on the second side. the second side now. We have probably 60% of the bevel set on the first side. I ended up switching to my coarse diamond plate. This is a Chef's Knives To Go 140, because this edge, while it looked consistent, it turns out it was actually pretty inconsistent from side to side in terms of angles. I'm nearly done setting our initial bevel. I just have a little more work up the tip and in this belly section, and then we'll be ready to move on to the 220 and on up the grit progression. Alright, have a pretty consistent bevel. Now we're going to move up to the 220. I'm going to refine this, get the bevel set perfectly, and we'll move on up the progression. Alright, just finished up on the 220. The scratch pattern is looking pretty good. I'll get some microscope footage, put it right up there. Now we're going to move on to this Sharpening 500. This stone is where we're really going to start refining our scratch pattern, and it's where I'm going to get the edge really consistent in terms of bevel width and scratching and everything. And that will help us move up in grits more easily. Switching to the other side. That's the Sharpening 500 grit finished up with. Now we're going to be moving on to this CBN stone. I can't remember what brand this is. I got this from a guy on Blade Forums. If I remember, I'll go put it up on screen. It's 20 to 14 micron though, which is around like 1,000 grit-ish, I believe. I've never used it. This is going to be my first time trying it out. We'll see how it goes. You'll see some microscope footage up there somewhere, top left corner, from the Sharpening 500 edge. side done with the CBN stone. Finish looks great. At the end of this, I'll get some microscope footage, but I think it's going to be really nice. Finished up with the 2014 OCB. Now we're on to this F1200 Geneve stone. And this is where we're really going to get our polish. Can you hear how quiet that is? Spray bottle, by the way. It's just plain water. All of these stones I'm using are Slash and Go. They do best with just light spritz of water. I don't add anything else. finished with our last stone. I'm wiping off the blade now with some rubbing alcohol, and we're going to move on to strops. And our first strop is going to be this nano cloth 4 micron strop from Jinde Industries. Really just, it's the weight of the strop doing all the work. I'm not pressing down at all. If anything, I'm lifting up a little bit. Done with the 4 micron strop. Now we're on to this 1 micron strop. I made this. You can see it. I've done some bad things to this strop. With the 1 micron strop, now we're going to go to a 0.5 micron. As you can see, I've been a little more gentle with this one. That's finished with the 0.5 micron. And now our last item of the day is going to be this 0.25 or 1/8 micron strop. As you can see, this one's a bit chewed up as well. There's something about the strops on the edge pro. I bite the hell out of them with the edge. I don't know what it is. I'm getting a frenzy. Can't control it. finished up with all the strops, all the stones. Now we just need to get this tape off, and we'll see how sharp it is. Here we go with some phone book paper, freshly sharpened edge. It's ridiculous. This edge is absolutely stupid sharp. It is sharp to the degree that I couldn't actually get any footage whittling hairs, because every time I would try, it would just go straight through the hair. It would just cut it in half. I couldn't whittle a hair at all. Just straight through. I think this is the sharpest edge I've ever gotten. It is absolutely ridiculous. I hope you all enjoyed watching this. Hope you found it interesting. Thank you for watching, for liking, subscribing. It really means the world to me, and I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, make a comment, go check out my other videos. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.